Hello, sure you're doing great. In today's class, we shall be taking a look at the topic behavior. You would recall that during our last class, we considered the two major forms of health services in the community, that is, orthodox health services and unorthodox health services. In this class, we shall learn the meaning of behavior, meaning of mental health, meaning of social health, basic forms of behavior, determinants of behavior, as well as benefits of exhibiting proper behavior. Let's begin with the meaning of behavior. How would you describe or define behavior? Well, the concept of behavior is one that is very broad in scope. Put simply, we not only use the word to describe the actions of man, but also to describe how animals, machines, and a number of other human works behave. But for the purpose of this class, we shall be looking at its meaning as it concerns humans only. So what is behavior? Simply put, behavior is the way a person acts or reacts whenever something happens. Let us take a few examples to illustrate this point. Consider illustration 1. A teacher walks into the classroom to take a lesson. Everyone present quickly adjusts themselves so as to listen, participate, and benefit from the class. But two pupils behind the classroom continue to play despite noticing the presence of their tutor. How would you describe the action of each of these kids? Well, each of them has demonstrated an action called behavior. Let's consider illustration 2. A worrisome pandemic called COVID-19 ravages the entire world. Everyone has to stay back home in order not to get infected. But as time goes by though, pupils begin to get extremely worried and to express uncertainty about returning back to school. Despite the situation, you remain positive, beaming all over with hope. This action likewise classified as behavior. People react or act in different ways according to how they feel. It is the mind that controls our thoughts, our behavior, and the way we relate with people or act in a given situation. With this fact now established, what readily comes to mind is mental health. What is mental health? Simply put, mental health is a state of well-being of the mind. Since it is the mind that controls our thoughts, our behavior, including the way we relate with people or act in a given situation, it is important that we learn to always keep it in proper check. Below is a pictorial illustration of the human mind. Keeping our mind in proper check helps us to behave well, and know that equally helps to improve our social health. Talking about improving our social health, what is the meaning of social health? Social health is a positive way people relate among themselves in a community. On the following slide is a pictorial illustration of kids who enjoy positive social health within a community. As you can see, the kids are having great fun and interacting well with one another. Having established the meaning of behavior, meaning of mental health, and meaning of social health, it is now time to talk about the forms of behavior. There are basically two forms of behavior. The first is proper behavior. Proper behavior is close in meaning with politeness and courtesy. They are all about respecting others and respecting yourself. Kid, how would you feel if someone talked to your friend but turned his back to you? How would you feel if that same person pushed you out of the way to get the seat you were about to sit on? Let the door slam in your face as you were about to walk through it. Shared your things but never shared anything of theirs. Never said please or thank you. Didn't pass your phone message to your friend. You definitely will feel sad. Proper behavior is about considering the feelings of others and being the kind of people that others will like and respect. On the following slide is a picture of a child exhibiting proper behavior. As you can see, the lady in the picture is very old and cannot afford to cross the road all by herself. The young boy has offered to help by holding her hands as she crosses the road. The action of the little boy is a display of proper behavior. Now let's move on to the next point, improper behavior. What is improper behavior? Improper behavior means acting in a way that is not considered right or suitable. Some examples of improper behavior are disrespect, ingratitude, bullying, lying, and cheating. The next 5 pictures will explain each of these points. The little girl in the picture obviously acted against her father's instruction. From her bodily action, we can easily tell that she doesn't even feel remorseful, and her father is rightly reprimanding her. Her behavior is a show of disrespect that we mustn't emulate. The items before this young kid were probably gotten for him by his parents. His countenance shows that he isn't content and obviously didn't express thanks to his parents. This is what we call ingratitude. The girl in this picture is seriously hurting the little boy. Whatever her reasons, she obviously is bullying him. In our dealings with people, we should try to respect them as well as their feelings. The boy here is guilty of telling a lie. His mom has discovered the truth and she's quite disappointed. As you can see, she's reprimanding him and correcting him. This is a picture of some kids undergoing a form of assessment. The 2 girls behind the class are both displaying improper behavior by cheating. To excel academically, we must never cheat. Now let's move on to determinants of behavior. There are 2 major determinants of behavior. First, the environment. By environment, we mean influencing factors that surround us. Habits such as reading and fighting, among the others, are learned from the environment. The state of our mind can also determine our behavior. Happiness, anger are some examples of expressions of feelings naturally determined by our mind. The next 4 pictures will help to explain each of these points. The young boy in the picture enjoys reading, probably because he is largely surrounded by people who love to read. This is a clear example of the environment as a determinant of our behavior. Most people who fight are often influenced by or surrounded by people who are violent, just as you can see in the picture. The young girl is probably surrounded by violent people and as a result has adopted the practice. No matter our circumstances or surrounding conditions, one is only happy because it chooses to be, because happiness is a feeling that springs from our mind. Anger is the opposite of happiness. We choose to be sad only if our mind determines it. Now let us move on to discuss the benefit that can result from displaying proper behavior. The following are the basic benefits that can result when we exhibit or practice proper behavior. First, it makes us happy. Second, it makes others around us happy. Third, it adds value and self-esteem to our lives. Fourth, it makes us achieve our set goals. And fifth, it makes us concentrate and participate fully in class. The next 5 slides will help to illustrate these points. It makes us happy. It makes others around us happy. It adds value and self-esteem to our life. It helps us to achieve our goals. It enables us to concentrate and participate fully in class. Now, kid, I'm very sure you had fun being part of this class, isn't it? Absolutely. As your homework task, solicit opinions from your parents and siblings on the benefit that can result from practicing positive behavior, such as task completion, self-regulation, good classroom citizenship, as well as kindness to one another. Use the notebook feature below to jot down your points. Now move on to the next activity to attempt your quiz.